right, good evening, everyone. We are going to get started with head coach Bradley Carnell. We're going to start with an opening statement, then we'll go to questions in the room, and then if we have time, we can go to Zoom. And Bradley, with that, I will hand it over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Erica. Yeah, guys, I know what it felt like a couple of weeks ago. And we're not going to overinflate and over-evaluate this. The guys put out a massive performance tonight. Yeah, more concerned about the follow-on of this result with a couple of guys who had to be, substituted and forced out. So, right now my mind is not even on the results. It's not even on the 3 points, and not even on other results. It's on the status and the health of the team, and that's first and foremost. So, but really proud of the guys for a big week that we put in, and really, yeah, just the way we galvanized group together and stuck together, and we had to ride a few waves, early on in the game, and yeah, I just thought it was good to see us back at our transition best.
Thanks, Bradley. John?
Realize your mind is in a very specific place at this moment. But before the game, especially as you were getting ready to give whatever pregame remarks you did you know that Miami had dropped points? And did you tell them that Miami had dropped points? Did you use it?
That had no result or impact about what we were going to do. For sure, the game on the way to the stadium and whatever, everyone's, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that was not the focus of my pregame.
What I don't think that you might have necessarily seen. What happened to him?
What happened to Indy?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think. I mean,
I didn't see a play.
yeah, I'm not sure. He seems to be feeling better. He's the one that comes through in the locker room and says it's sort of toned down a little bit, and he's feeling a bit better. So, there's a couple other guys there. Kai, we have to check his status on. Raffanello, check his status on. Quinn, he's probably the worst for wear right now. So not sure that the docs are with him right now.
Tom?
Bradley, it's an unfortunate situation subbing out Quinn so early. I'm sure that played a role in your game plan with bringing in Mikel, but you look at a couple of the goals you guys scored, playing the ball out into the channel. Was that sort of the game plan coming into this game to attack the channels, or did that change when Quinn had access again?
Yeah, no, we spoke about, getting on the move into the assist zones. We thought that they're, in the scout of, looking at their holding midfielder behavior and their center back behavior, we thought those were areas to exploit. And yeah, listen, the guys executed really well. The spaces were there. We've been trying to play through a little bit too much for our liking. It was good to get on the move again and in behind. So, and then when you have a guy like Mika in the team and a guy like Bruno holding up the play and battling and occupying two center backs, and then all of a sudden Mika slips off your shoulder and he's gone in behind. So it brings a different depth and a dimension to our attacking game. And then you have the quality of Indy and Milan and Quinn when he's on the field. So, yeah, it was just a good overall performance. And I'm sure the boys are also extremely happy about the clean sheet.
Julie?
You mentioned the task about Rick taking 1,000-foot view and then improving moving forward. I was curious your thoughts on Nakanya tonight. Get a very good game, and you thought the recent stretch of the two suspensions gave him a chance to reflect and grow as well.
Well, he got another yellow card, so so we just have to keep on working with him and keep on going. And he's given us so much that we ever expected, and yeah, we have to take it with the pattern of growth. And yeah, as long as he doesn't freak with them too early in games, and it continues to grow, I think he's gonna be a solid defender for us.
Okay.
We had going to assist, and I meant that when it got called, just wanted to just see that when it got called on there. Overall, and not even on the score sheet, just the things that don't go into the sheet, like just the runs they make.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Mika, we know his quality in the attacking transition. We know his quality as a striker is getting in behind. We know that he's got such a lethal technical ability in terms of shooting within the box, right? We challenge him, the staff, about the defensive side of the game. And, it's a little bit of give, a little bit of take. And right now he understands exactly his role. And that's what's so special about working with Mika. He's a DP, but he doesn't have the DP attitude. He's just a real teammate, and whatever the team needs. Sometimes I would like a little bit more urgency, a little bit more, but that's Mika. Mika's a gem of a human being, and see him play like tonight, it makes me a very proud coach that we got guys in the second line right now. Who do we have a second line? Not really. It's guys who are just ready and waiting to come in and make an impact, and I think we've seen that tonight.
What allows Mickey to come in part is Milan's ability to seamlessly sort of come into a different position.
Sure.
How have you gone about your thinking about how we use Milan in what situations?
Yeah. I don't think I mean, we knew exactly what type of striker or 10 Milan was. So, he played a lot of the time like the floating nine, with San Diego or at Nordsjælland in Denmark overseas. And we've seen a lot of good play between the lines. So with him dropping a tier deeper, he's able to impact and affect our transition play a little bit more, which then progresses our game. And a couple of times we've been pretty critical that we had breakages or stoppages in our transitional players of late, and Mika's come in and Milan has just come in and filled that gap quite spectacularly. So he had a good goal contribution at San Diego. I think he's just hit the ground running in a system like ours, which he really enjoys.
Were you concerned at all about his ability to defend?
Again, he hasn't had a preseason with us. He's come in the mix of the end of the summer months when it's really hot, and then getting to press and run the way we do. I think you've seen the impact and the reward he can get as well. So I think he's eager and hungry to continue to learn, to realize what rewards him and what rewards the team. So, we don't defend just to defend. I think this type of game model, you've heard different coaches speaking about it throughout the years. We defend to score. And I think you saw that tonight.
We'll do one more in the room and then we'll go to Zoom. John?
Ask it, make a value judgment. Is this team better or at least more potent when Milan is in midfield than when it's in forward? Do you think?
No, can't say. I think there's different game plans for different scenarios and different ways we can exploit, as a group, we gave up a couple big chances tonight, and maybe against another team in a different moment, could have been a lot more dangerous. So there's some things to learn out of this game for sure. It wasn't, I think we get smacked a couple of weeks ago. I think at halftime we scored the goal at 3-0. We could have made it 3-1. For the life of me, still trying to figure that one out, which changes the complexion of the game. If one of theirs that doesn't go off the post goes in the goal, changes the complexion of the game. So again, we're not going to overinflate or over-evaluate this game. It's just another 3 points along this team's journey, which we got, a couple more games to go.
Yeah. Heard about Andre Blake because he was quite a bit tonight. And
yeah, a lot of the shots came to him,
Yeah.
Which was good. Great defending in terms of putting pressure, the shot taker under immense pressure. So, I think it's Jacob, Jovan, Danley, Makanya, everyone, Kai throwing his body in the way. So I think everyone was proud about defending the goal and getting the clean sheet, which was good. But yeah, it's not often we concede 2 point whatever XG, right? So, and this is not exactly, we've managed to keep teams at 0-6s, 0-7s the whole season. So there's things to grow at, things to look at, and we'll move on.
And our last question will go to Matt to George.
Hey, Bradley. I know you've talked a little bit about Milan already, but is there anything about his ability to impact games quickly that has surprised you in the time that you've been working with him?
No, when you have a striker who scores 4 goals in a game already this season, I think that shouldn't, have to impress us. He impressed us, and we found a way to get him, and that's the rest is history. And he enjoys being part of this group. He loves the chemistry with the other guys. And I thought some of the good intricate play, whether it was through the build up or whether it was through the transition moments, was pretty fun to watch. And I still got my voice tonight, which is good.
All right. Thanks, Bradley. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.